I think I'm live. I hope. You guys, I'm so sorry. It was user error, but I couldn't figure it out. Hello, everyone. Happy July 31st. It's Monday all day. Okay, I know you guys are blowing up Patreon because my watch is buzzing nonstop. So let me go over there and just make sure everybody can get here really quick. I'm so sorry. I didn't even go over to Patreon because I was struggling with my streaming software. So let me just go over there and update everybody. Okay. So I hope everybody can see me live now. Oh gosh, I messed up my chat. There we go. No, I messed up my chat some more. Fantastic. It's going to be that night. So let me get my window. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know. I'm going to switch my view so you can't see my faces that I'm making at myself. Okay, hold on. There we are. Fixed it. All right, hi. I'm super excited about tonight's card, so I'm a little bit PO'd at myself. Hello, everyone. I hope you all have had a great day. Super hot here in Kansas yet again. Let's see. I had a vision of Nichol packing up her suitcase and walking off. It is so close to the truth. I'm having trouble, not with any of you guys or any of this. It's something completely unrelated, but I'm having trouble with somebody that I purchased something from. And yes, I have felt like just walking off today. Okay, good. We're live. I even set up a new stream because I thought I was going to have to switch everybody to a new stream, but I got this one fixed. Finally. Hi, everyone. Okay, I hope everyone is here now. I am very, very sorry that we're going to be a little late getting started. I had so much stuff to show you guys too. So let's go ahead and just jump in completely. Because I was messing with this stream right before we went live and then obviously for 10 minutes after, I haven't put my sentiment on my card yet because I kind of couldn't decide what I wanted to do there. So we'll get around to that in a little bit. It's probably worn out. You've done so many lives lately, Donna says. That maybe that's what it is. Or it's just a Monday. I love Mondays. I think I've mentioned this to you guys before. I absolutely love Mondays, but I have not loved this Monday. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to switch my camera. Here is what we're going to make tonight. I'm so excited. Hi. There, I got my picture-in-picture. We are going to be using the Spellbinder Santa. And what I wanted to talk about is if you caught last Friday's live stream, that was what I call the Hot Mess Express. I fiddled with this Santa and literally like 5 minutes after I went off air, I was like, oh, duh, just cut the same arm twice. It's going to look so much cuter. And I had this vision of creating an up on the rooftop scene card. So kind of creating something completely different than this, which was more of like a shadow box collage-y kind of card. So I wanted to do a scene card, and we're incorporating with Spellbinders some Lawn Fawn. You wouldn't necessarily think Lawn Fawn and Spellbinders would go together, but I thought it would be really, really cute. So we're going to use the up on the rooftop border. I've also made some snow with some stitched wavy lines. So I guess maybe while I'm talking, I should show you what I'm talking about. This is the up on the rooftop. It's the scallops for the roof and then the chimney. The wavy lines for snow, I just grabbed the stitched simple wavy borders from Lawn Fawn, but really anything is going to work, any kind of curvy line to make some snow. And I even added some to my chimney. I felt like we needed lights on our house, don't you think? So we're going to do a mini string of lights with the Lawn Fawn mini string of lights. Of course, Tim Holtz's moon masks are going to make an appearance because I figured we needed that snowy background. And then Santa. And Santa is from Spellbinders, and we're going to add him. So I just wanted to kind of share that. I'm going to show you how to put them together. It gets way easier the more you do it. I can promise you that. There will be 2 cards. If you are new here and you have not taken part in a Crafty Captain's Patreon Live, the cards I create for and during the live, I give away to you guys. So when the live is over, you're going to go to YouTube and you're going to leave a comment saying that you would like a card, and I will send it out to you. So I figured it was fitting for the last day of July to just finish it off with our Christmas in July theme. I know not everyone is down for Christmas in July, but I really love starting early. I haven't always in the past, but I'm really, really loving it because I feel like I can be creative. So that is what we're going to create tonight. I want to share with you something that's coming to the blog tomorrow, and it's Spellbinders related. So that's why I wanted to talk about it. They have the Make It Merry kit, and which is like ephemera and pattern paper and all that good stuff. There's dies that coordinate as well. But I wanted to show you guys something kind of different that I made with it. And I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek here. And then, of course, the video and everything will go up tomorrow. But I thought it would be fun to show you guys this tonight. I'm going to zoom out just a tiny little bit since it's kind of big. And we're just going to move this for a minute. I was so inspired by the kit that I grabbed, this is actually a traveler's notebook from Studio Calico. And it's on sale right now. I just went and grabbed the link. That's why I know. I think it's regularly $40 and it's $9.99. But I wanted to do a December daily or, you know, a December album this year. I haven't done one in forever, but I knew when Spellbinders sent me the Make It Merry kit that this is what I wanted to make with it. So I'm going to show you guys all the pages. I have them all ready to go. So I made my own traveler's notebook with the cardstock in the kit, and I made my title page. I'm going to flip through it pretty quickly so we can get to making the cute card for tonight. But like I said, I thought it would be a fun perk for you guys to show you kind of what I made with it. It is full of ephemera. I'm going to give you like a little peek of how I laid mine out. I just used a little tin. I've had this forever so that I could grab parts and pieces, and look how much I have left. I used a ton. You're going to see it. So there's going to be a card video coming as well. And there's numbers. So I could customize every day. So 1, I used some stamps from my stash too. There's a couple more. There's like some little, I made some little pockets and inserts. This pocket's from Hero Arts. And again, I'll have all of it linked tomorrow. Most of it is from the Spellbinders kit. This little tag is a Spellbinders tag that I used. But I am planning on adding, this is a Hero Arts die. I'm going to add photos. This die actually I think was one of the ephemera pieces. But anything that I wanted to add a photo to, I kind of just used washi tape so that I could put the photo in and then secure it later. So if you guys like to do some sort of December daily or some sort of journaling for December, this is a great option. And I repeated, you're going to notice I've repeated a lot of elements. So like the pages of tags, there's going to be several of those. Pages that are kind of like a collage page, there's lots of those throughout. This is like my extra page. I used the Hero Arts little die. This is the center of the Traveler's Notebook, and I filled it basically with frames. Any of them that I'm going to add a photo to, again, just washi. Yay, Jane is back. Really, really cute ephemera. There's chipboard pieces. There's the puffy stickers. So you can kind of see my little theme throughout. Anywhere that there's a big open space, I'm planning on adding lots of journaling, adding journaling to tags. If you get some of the clear sticker paper that you can get at discount stores or Amazon, you can print out your journaling and then just put it in your book as a sticker. But I haven't really done anything scrapbooky in a while. This was so much fun. So I absolutely loved doing it. And then that's it. So I just did the 25 days. I really loved how it turned out. There's a few extra pages, so if I want to do anything else, I can. But I wanted to show it to you guys because it is just something kind of fun. Ashley, December Daily, I have only been successful one time. It was like back in 2008, maybe. It was a long time ago. This, I feel like I can keep up with because all I have to do is print photos and add journaling. It's all done. I mean, if I want to add something to it, I can. I could add stamping or some different ephemera. I'll keep all of that. But I did link to those kits because I think there's a few left at Simon, but it is still available at Spellbinders. It's $50 for the kit, and you get tons. You get all the cardstock I used, all the pattern paper I used, all the ephemera, all the chipboard, all the puffy stickers, all of that's in the kit. So the only thing, there's a lot of floral. I did use some florals. Let me show you. There's an extra floral pack you can get, and it's on this great little tray that Sandy actually gave me. Sandy sent me 2 of these little trays. One I used for all the florals. This is a extra. And then the other one I'm using tonight. So anyway, sneak peek for you guys. Glad you guys are finding me. I'm really sorry it started late. Sometimes things don't go well, unfortunately. Shall we create tonight's card? I'm really excited. So if you're just joining, this is what we're making tonight. And I will have 2 of these to give away to 2 of you guys. And we are going to add a sentiment, but we're going to add a sentiment to both of them when we're finished. So let me grab my Tim Holtz moon masks. We're going to use the smallest ones from Tim's set. These are still one of my favorite things. Here's my little tray of goodies for tonight. And if you have questions while I'm working, ask away. Let's see. Yes, Sandy, I love the trays. And I can't tell you how many people have emailed me going, do you know where she got them? Do you know where she got them? It's IKEA, right? I mean, the label, I'm almost certain the label says IKEA. That's what I told everybody. I hope I was right about that. What was that called from Spellbinders? Kim, it's down below, but it's the Make It Merry kit. I did link those, and I linked them at the bottom of the supply list because I knew I wanted to talk about them and show them to you guys tonight. Oh, Mrs. Darcy did the moon. Yes. Okay, for our background, I wanted to look like a snowy night scene, of course. Santa's up on the rooftop. He's getting ready to go down the chimney. I don't know if he'd normally have a bell. I mean, that kind of makes a lot of noise, but I thought the bell was cute, so I added it, whatever. But we're going to ink blend, we're going to do our moon mask, and then we're going to splatter with gouache to make it snowy. We're going to start with Speckled Egg, Distress Oxide, and I am not going to, well, I guess I could. It probably would be easiest. I'm going to grab a magnet. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm just going to kind of temporarily hold that down in place with a magnet. This glass mat from Simon Says Stamp is a magnet. I have the moon mask and need inspiration. Well, I love it. It's one of my favorite things to add to all fall, nighttime, Christmas scenes. I just love it. Oh, Sandy, you got them at the, is it Diazo? Is that how you say it? The Japanese dollar store? Well, good to know. Well, I was wrong. I have to email those people back. I have never heard of that. We must not have that here in Kansas. I'm going to go right around the moon mask with the speckled egg. And as always with distressing or distress inking or any kind of inking, probably for backgrounds, I always feel like it looks worse before it looks better. Ugh. Yeah, I think it's easier without the magnet. We're just going to go, yep. Oh, does Spellbinders have a video on putting Santa together? That probably would have been smart. I like to wing it. Oh no, that's terrible. I'm going to have to go watch it to see how those other arm options work. Well, I know how the straight arm option works. I just like how he's holding the pack over his shoulder for this. I thought about using it, but then I was like, oh, well, he's up on the rooftop. He needs his pack, his toy sack. All right, after we have our speckled egg, I think I said eggshell, I meant egg. We're going to move on to Uncharted Mariner for that dark blue. Mrs. Darcy, I'm looking forward to autumn and winter too. Basically, after the 4th of July, I'm ready. I know that the summer people are not going to love that, but this is the fact of my life. I'm done now. I'm done with summer. If I lived somewhere that was not over 100 every day, I probably would be a little more on board for a longer summer. But my dad called yesterday and we were talking and he said it's just hot everywhere. And I said, you're right. Autumn is my favorite time of the year too, Joyous in Christ. Absolutely. Although Ethan and I were joking yesterday, we were talking about how it's summer, 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 fake fall, summer, 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 fall, winter. Like it just feels like you blink and you miss autumn. It's a bummer. So I'm just going to keep working this Uncharted Mariner. I only wanted the speckled egg so that it kind of looks like that moon is glowing. And we don't need to go all the way to the bottom. In fact, I probably didn't have to go down quite that far because we're going to cover that all up. It's been such a hot summer this year, Cassie. Absolutely. So our moon is really, really white at this point. So what we want to do, at least what I'm going to do this time, I have done this in so many different color combinations, and I have to say, I don't think there's a wrong one in the bunch. So do any colors you like. I mean, I've done more like yellow moons and stuff, but I wanted it to be very, very soft. In fact, I wanted it softer than what it ended up. I'm going to go back to speckled egg, and we'll see if we can get this one a little lighter. And I'm just going to softly start blending that into my moon. Just really soft. Then we're going to grab our mask and we're going to grab a little black soot. And we are going to add this layer with the black soot. You could also use the Uncharted Mariner if you're going to do the blue color or any darker color. We just want to get that definition of the moon in here. And then we're going to just take that off like so. Now at this point, for me personally, I like it to be a little more muted, and I'll show you in the finished card. So I always go over it then again with whatever base color I had. Oh, so nice. That sounds nice, Sandy. So I'm going to go back to speckled egg. And again, and I got a little black out here. That's okay. It's totally fine. And I'm just going to go around that edge again and kind of work my way in towards the center. We just don't want that moon to turn into the same color as the sky. But we formed a pretty definite little outline, so we should be good. And then I just kind of go right over what I've stenciled. And that actually looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, the next thing I want to show you. So this is only 2 colors of ink. See how it's so much darker? Black soot is like my go-to to darken up any sky or anything else, really. But I love it for this because I feel like that really just takes it up a notch to make it look more like a nighttime sky. Oh, the HelloFresh has arrived for Mrs. Darcy. That sounds fantastic. So we are going to build in some of this black soot, and I'm going to concentrate it kind of more down here along the bottom, and I'm going to start off of my cardstock and work my way on and kind of just around the edges and then working my way in a little bit. You don't want to go too far in, just kind of a nice soft blend around the edges. And I'll even do a little there. If you get anything a little too dark anywhere, this actually is pretty good, but you can go back with your blue and kind of soften any of those edges that you want. But to me, that dark just builds that sky perfectly. Let's see, in Southern Oregon went from summer to winter, no fall. The leaves didn't even change colors. Oh, that's the thing too. Here, like the leaves will change colors and then the wind will blow like 45 miles an hour and they're all on the ground. No enjoyment. There's like 1 or 2 days of enjoyment of the beautiful colors and then done. All right. I am going to just wipe that clean and grab my splatter box. And I'm just going to throw my masks in here so I can go clean them later. Oh, Joyous in Christ, thank you. That makes my night. I'm so, so glad. I'm going to use some white gouache. I did a video, it's maybe been 1.5 years ago or so. Someone had asked me, what's the difference between using gouache and like a white acrylic paint or something like that? A lot of times paint, especially with a distress ink or distress oxide, is going to pick up the background color. And see how the white gouache stays white? That was what I was looking for, and that's what I found with gouache. So I like using gouache anytime I'm doing a white splatter. And I have a lot of white gouache in my splatter box. It's dry now, but what I like to do to extend the life is I usually just reactivate it. You know, I don't clean my box my box looks terrible. You can clean your box, but why? So I'm just going to reactivate it a little bit, and look at that. Perfect. And we are going to go, oh, whoops, I totally forgot. And I even got a little spot on my moon. That's all right. I did put my mask back on. We're just going to go all in for our snow. Ethan was making fun of me. He was standing in my doorway, probably because I was having an absolute fit when my computer wouldn't go live. And now he's like, oh, look, it's the nice mom. She's back. He's saying, no, that's not it. Oh, he said Frank's sleeping. Oh, but not anymore. Now, I don't always add this much splatter, but I felt like for a Christmas snowy scene, we need lots and lots of snow. Sandy, you know what? I forgot to add the link. I know I forgot to add the link for it, but I will add it as soon as we're done. And I do, but I highly, highly recommend it. So I'm just going to pop that. And we're going to let that dry for a second. And that is our background. We have built a beautiful winter night sky. And now we can, hold on real quick. Hey, Ethan. Yeah. would you please bring me a... I had to ask my assistant to please bring me some water. We're going to start building some of these other elements. Thanks, honey. Yes, Jenna says, looks like a Christmas Eve blizzard. Absolutely. Donna says her favorite background to ink. Mine too. Absolutely mine too. All right. I wanted to talk about my house. So on the original, I didn't want my roof to come down too close to the edge because I wanted to be able to have like the roof line here, the snow, but I wanted the lights. And so I knew I needed something for the house, and I just looked in my stash for something. I didn't link this. I don't know that it's still available, but this just looks like stripes. You could make your own, you could stencil your own, or you could cut thin strips. There's a lot of ways to achieve that, or you could do a brick one like the other side's more a barnwood look. But I just picked something from my stash. This is a honeybee stamps, and it may still be available. I just don't know. I'll have to look, I guess. I forgot that when I did everything else. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab that piece, and then the up on the rooftop, or the rooftop border. Up on the rooftop is the name, what I call this. The rooftop border has 2 different scallops. I cut 3, so one of these I cut twice for each one. Because I liked the 3 scallops for my roof line. And we just want to make sure whichever one is different is in the middle. And then I already did die cut my snowy border. And I'm just going to start adhering these. And we're only going to do a couple, and then we're going to move it to our card because I think it's... The other thing is the gouache dries pretty quickly. My house strip only measures 1 inch. We don't need a ton. And we are going to trim off part of this. Then I also have my string of lights. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, you guys could hear me calling Ethan for water. I should have left it muted longer. Haha. Good thing I didn't say anything else, huh? All right. And we're just going to hang our lights kind of along the edge. Just making sure that they don't dip down below. That's all I was looking for here. Oh yeah, Joyous in Christ, fantastic idea. You could totally do the stripes on your score buddy or your score pal. That's a great tip. Thank you. Oh, I really think maybe I should just adhere this. Let me grab my background first. So I'm going to go ahead and attach so we can kind of finish building up our house, and then we'll work on Santa. This actually is a very simple card. It's just a lot of die cutting, which I like. Those tiny lights are so cute. And there's 2 options. I feel like the other option would be cuter, like if you were decorating a tree. The squiggly line. Let me separate them. There we go. And then there's a separate die for the lights themselves. So cute. I love them. So we're just going to build up our little scallops like so. Or our rooftop. And then again, I just used scraps of the Pixie Dust cardstock from Fawn for my snow. Just kind of cut it however it did. And we're just going to glue that down. But I like it because I just feel like it adds to that wintry theme. The lights are Lawn Fawn, Joyous in Christ. I think everything tonight is Spellbinders or Lawn Fawn, which I know is such a funny combination and it doesn't seem like it should go together, but I thought it worked together perfectly. Now I love the chimney. It actually has great little die cut lines to it to give it some nice detail. And then it has a separate piece to die cut the top of the chimney, which in this case, I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. I die cut it again from pixie dust, and then I use the scallop border to just kind of die cut some little snow to put along the top. I felt like that made it flow a little nicer because there would be a little snow sitting there. Our fireplace shouldn't be running because how does Santa get down the chimney? Hi, Vicky. You made it. I almost didn't. So it's probably good you're late. You'll go back to the beginning and be like, what happened? Some girl doesn't know how to get her settings right. That's what happened. Okay, so once I have everything down here like I want, I just go ahead and snip off the edges and it looks beautiful. Now I did go ahead and die cut all of these little lights from cardstock. I do want to show you, I kind of simplified it. You could die cut your string of lights and then you can die cut them solid, and then you can die, like if you wanted it to have a white highlight, I suppose. And then you can layer on this piece that die cuts the little cutout. Let me grab one. Like that. I only die cut this. I just kind of laid it off the edge of my cardstock and die cut it. You could snip these apart, but I was lazy because I think the gold showing through is fine, and that eliminated an extra die cutting step. But I love that there's a layering piece for this. So if you want to add lights to anything, let's say you're putting a big tree on your card, or you just want to do strings of lights across your card, that would be adorable. Maybe you've got like, oh, I know. Where is that at? The new, like, I'm going to grab it. It's right here. This embossing folder from Spellbinders that looks like the pine trees. I used it for, it's in the background of this card from my Friday Live. But you could do that in greens, and then you could have lights going all across that. And I think that would be adorable as well. So I just really, really love the lights. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them in place, and then we're going to put a layer of glossy accents on top to make them nice and shiny. So I'm just going to go ahead and add glue to all of them. And then we're going to just pop all these in place. Oh, I know, the string of lights is really cute. I think it's very versatile. I've seen it used in so many cute ways. I've got the inkiest fingers today. Every day. Who are we kidding? Every day. Oh my goodness, Mrs. Darcy, you have tiramisu in your order. That sounds fantastic. Gotta admit, again, I've not had supper ever. So it'll be a late supper night again. But I do have leftover pork carnitas, so we're having quesadillas after bit. That'll be good. Yes, Joanne says, Mrs. Darcy, what time is dinner? Me too, what time? If I leave now, can I make it? You guys are good, right? Okay, while I start putting Santa together, I am going to go ahead and put on my glossy accents. And I did not worry about avoiding that little cutout. I'll show you the finished one here in a minute, because I think that it looks great. Once this dries completely clear, you see that little highlight right in there, and it's gold, and I thought it looked really good. There we go. Glossy accents makes everything look better. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Darcy. They were really good. See, look at that shine on those lights. That's what we're going to go for here. So it's going to go from that kind of muddy look to these pretty shiny ones. Now I'm going to set that up here out of the way. And we're going to start working on this Santa. Poor Santa. He's a lot of work. I have a tiny bit of inking to do. I'm not doing a ton, but I did take a little gathered twigs and I added it to his pack. And I think that it really adds a cute, cute look. So let me grab my brown blending brush. Donna had cashews and pudding. Donna, I can't tell you how often I have wasabi almonds and string cheese, or a protein yogurt bowl with the nutrition mixture chopped up on top of it. So I'm right there with you. I'm only going to go kind of along this side. Part of the pack is hidden back behind him in this particular how I'm assembling it. So I'm not going to worry about that other bit. And we're just going to add a little bit to that part of his pack. And then the bell, I'm also going to, not that part, that's covered up. Just the handle, I'm going to add a little color to that. All right. Just dipped out to purchase those lights, Kim said. Well, yay! And can I just say, the Lawn Fawn holiday stuff is so cute. Just so cute. It's always so cute. So I think this part looks funny. And it might just be me, but it looks sort of like a turkey. This is Santa's body and his legs. So this is like my base piece. It's this piece right here. I don't know why I think that. Maybe I'm just a weirdo. That's probably true. But we're going to start building on this so that he doesn't look like that turkey. Oh, Sandy, that's awesome. Oh my goodness, a big orange moon. Oh, Donna, that sounds so pretty. Kind of jealous of all of your beach living for the summer. That sounds amazing. I could go for that. So we're going to put that part of his coat, and then the other part of his coat is another little piece that's somewhere in here. We'll find it. It's here. And again, I know I said this at the beginning, but I feel like this is one of those die sets that gets easier the more you put it together. There are a lot of little parts and pieces, but he is absolutely adorable. Like really, really cute. Okay, once we have that, let's go ahead and do his belt. We're going to do kind of all the layering we can, and then we'll start putting him on the card. Oh, Sandy says, we love our orange moon. It does look like a turkey. Thank you, Sandy. I was hoping it wasn't just me. I thought, I'm so goofy. Maybe no one else sees that, but that's just what I see when I look at it. Until you start, when you start building it, you're like, oh, okay. At least I am. I love mixing and matching. Let's see, trying to resist that Santa because I went a little wild during Christmas in July, but you convinced me he'd be great for cards for hospitalized kids. Oh my goodness, I love that idea. And you have all of the lawn fawn. Well, look, Joanne, that's how you justify it. And tomorrow's August, so you could also justify it that way too if you have to. That's sometimes how I justify things. Like, oh, no more shopping in July. Oh, good. Tomorrow's August. All right. So I know I mentioned I like using this arm. This is my favorite. If you want him to be holding his pack and ringing his bell, use this arm and cut it twice. And if you cut it twice, I'm going to show you the piece. This is the cuff that I like for this one. Oops, it actually goes like this. I'm going to lay that out there. We'll put it together in a minute. We've got his boots. I also think it kind of helps to lay out everything when you reach a certain point so that you can see what all you have. So for his hat, we have the brim of his hat and the pom-pom. For his face, we have his face. We've got some eyebrows. And we have a mustache and a nose. There's a lot of little pieces for his face, but I think his face is precious. And then the boots should have cuffs. Spellbinders does love its small pieces. And I love its small pieces too. An embellishment wand and tweezers and you're good to go. So the boots, we have the boots and then we have the cuffs for his pants kind of go along the top here. And then this little piece can be the soles of his boots. Then we do have gloves. Oh, and I think I have to dye. I knew this too. This is the hand that's holding his pack. And I do have to die cut another hand. I messed up the first one. And I remember I made a note to myself, but I just didn't die cut it. So let me die cut that really fast. I will say something that I love Spellbinders did with this particular set is the boots. If you want to do black, all the outfit pieces or hat pieces, I wanted to do traditional tonight, but here's my idea. And if anybody does it, I would love to see it. I think a Santa done in pinks would be really cute because you see those out in decor and stuff. And I just thought it would be really fun to do kind of like an elegant pinks and creams, but all of his outfit pieces and hat are on one die. So for example, you die cut all this out of red. Then the pack and the handle are together. I die cut those from Craft. His belt and the gloves, which you could die cut with the boots. I die cut all those from black. All of these pieces, trim on his outfit, hair like his beard and mustache and cuffs and all of that, white. All of those are together. The bell is its own die. And then the layering pieces that I die cut from gold are all together here. And then his face. So face, nose, and then this is an optional open mouth. So really, really, really fun. All right. Let me die cut. I was talking about that, but I need to die cut his hand. Mrs. Darcy says the pink Santas were popular in the 1960s, along with aluminum Christmas trees. Oh, that's funny. I just have noticed a lot of pink in different things this year, and I thought it would be a really cute idea. Okay, we're going to use these two pieces right here for his other hand. I'm just going to save all those extras for more Santas. So I'm going to put together his boots now. so exciting. Welcome, welcome. We have fun here. It's a little bit more casual. It's about the same probably, but I feel like there's less of us, so we have, you know, more conversations and all that good stuff. Oh, whoops. All right, so I kind of like to do the boots, and I'm not going to necessarily adhere them per se yet, but it helps me line up the body just from how I have found assembly to be with this. I kind of like to, hold on, that's moving. I like to lay the body down and figure out the placement and then move or do the face. 31 days to save for Stamptember, Beatrice said. Oh my gosh. Right? That's a scary thought. All right, boots done. We're going to glue our cups on, and again, I'm using the same one because just for me personally, I like it best. It worked best for me. I also like the straight arm option. I've laid it out just to see. I don't know what that other arm is. I'm going to have to go look at that Spellbinders video that one of you mentioned. I'm going to need to do that. And then we are going to lay the glove pieces down. So for the arm holding the pack, it has that funny little notch in it. And we're just going to pop it right like that. And then for the gloved hand, there's two pieces so that you can put something in there. I'm going to use the bell, but I bet there are other dies that you could use. So for now, we'll just do that. And then we'll add the bell in a little bit. Let's color in his face. Ashley, I end up with glue up to my elbows. Well, yes, it is true. It does happen. I am going to color in his face with a little bit of my Olo markers, or you could use Copic, anything like that. And I'm just using, you know, a couple of basic colors, and then I'm going to add pink for his cheeks. And I will color the nose, but it's so tiny, I actually like to wait to color it. What is this? Oh yeah, I can. So I just want to add a little bit of pink. Oh, whoops, my marker bled all over, but luckily it's not going to matter. We're just going to smooth that out. Oh, I need more pink. Oh, it bled again. That marker needs a new tip. All right. And then I'm going to glue his mustache on. Ta-da! Santa. Yes, Joanne, that is my favorite thing about dies too. Multiples. He's just really cute. And again, he's just one of those, the more you work with it, the easier it gets, because he's not, you guys saw me. That was real life on Friday's Live. If you happen to see it or catch the replay, I was like, what in the world am I doing wrong? So many things, so many things. All right, I'm going to do the hat. I like to do as much layering as possible, and then I like to put it all together. Oh, I forgot my bell layering pieces. I'll grab those. There we go. All right, bell pieces. So we have the base of our bell. Whoops. I have my little layer, and then we have our little gold, the actual little jingle bell. Santa's been hitting the eggnog, right? Once you add on all of his hair, you don't really see it, so. I was not super picky. Normally, you guys know I can be kind of picky, but tonight, no. There we go. All right. I think most of, oh gosh, Nicole. We're going to add his hat. Most of our layering is done. And I'm going to tell you the funny thing I did for the eyes. So I don't really want to die cut extra pieces for the eyes. Oops. Oh, what did I do with his mustache? Or his beard? This isn't it. What did I do with it? That's that wrong piece. Oh gosh. I already lost something. Well, we'll die cut another one. It happens. Oh, I already have one die cut. Yay. All right. I'm going to put a little, I need to add his beard here. I actually should have really put this underneath the mustache, but I forgot, so we're going to do it now. There we go. Okay, so back behind his eyes, like I was saying. You can just, what I found to be easiest, I did not want to inlay little teeny tiny eyes. So what I ended up doing is I just grabbed, this is an extra belt that I'm not going to use. But that's what I did for the other card too, is I just found some black cardstock and we're just going to glue it to the back. You could just cut a little piece too, but that is what I found worked great. Just make sure it's big enough. There we go. And we'll color in his nose here in a minute. There's always one piece that hops off. It doesn't even matter that I have my cute little tray here from Sandy. I swear, I'm like, how can that disappear? Who knows? All right. Then we're going to put a little glue on the side of his pack. And I'm going to tuck that back behind his body, like so. Oh, I didn't get that put on there very good. And then we're going to start building him on the card. Donna likes using googly eyes. Yes. All right, so I've got his boots. And I'm not going to glue them down yet. Kind of want to see. I really like where that first one is. So I am going to glue the first one down. And then we can adjust the second one when we get his body. If you kind of break it down into smaller pieces, it really goes together pretty easy. So we're just going to attach it like that. And then we can put his second boot down. So poor Santa, oops, poor Santa doesn't have like his arms, his head, anything. I want Santa, but I just bought Spellbinders postage stamp dies. Oh, how fun. You got a bunch of cute things. The great thing is Spellbinder stuff should be available for a while, so you're good. Oops, wrong hand. Now, before I place his arm, I have found that I like to kind of position the strap of his pack first so that it looks like he's holding it. And I know this looks funny, but honestly, his beard covers it up, so I don't really worry about it. And we're just going to put his arm there. Basically, we're building Santa from the bottom to the top. And I always kind of keep looking at it. Do I like how everything looks? Do I think that his arms are in the right placement in proportion to his body and all of that good stuff? And we're going to glue that other piece to his mitten because this makes it look like he's holding something. I think a candy cane. I almost went and looked through my stash for a candy cane because I thought a candy cane would be really cute. Oh, I know. The scissor die is so cute. Are you guys talking about the greetery ones? I still want to make all of the things with the scissors. All right, and we're going to add his face and then finish adding everything for that too. Oh yeah, that looks good. So we're just going to glue that down. All right, couple things. First up, his nose. We want to add a little color. And then there's eyebrows. And I'm going to glue those down. And that's basically it for all of our little fussy pieces. We're going to get out our Glimmer machine. Oops. And we're going to get some sentiment for this. And I really hope I didn't just put my hand in the glossy accents. I think we're still good. And we're going to do that. All right. Hello, Spooky Scrappin' Fox. Julie just got the Yana's new holiday poinsettia and holly collection plus the country garden. Oh my goodness, so many. Oh, so many. That's awesome. All right, let's get a little sentiment going, shall we? So what I wanted to do is we want to glimmer, and I'm going to show you. We'll glimmer it, but let me die cut this one and put it on the one card. Let me get it going, warm it up while I do this one. Okay, so this new, it's a die and glimmer combination. So the big scripty word, which I've already die cut, I'm going to use joy to one and all. I thought that was kind of cute for Santa. The word, the scripty word is die cut, and then the small phrase is glimmered. And then it all goes into this one outline. What I think will work best is if you glimmer the small phrase, which is what I will do that here in a minute as well. And then die cut we're going to die cut the glimmered phrase and then pop it onto our card. And we're just going to double check that looks good. But I think that's the best way to get it lined up is to glimmer first, die cut your outline, and then assemble it on to your card. Oh my goodness, Nikki, you got your greetery order. Oh, I'm so excited. Bye, Jane. I cannot wait to see everybody's cards with that. Yep, I like it. And so my plan or my idea is then to attach it like so to our card. Super, super simple. So let's go ahead and glue that down. I accidentally ruined my last good pin for my glue, so I need to get some more. I'm just using a regular sewing pin, but they're not as long as those pins for the Barely glue, but that's okay. And I'm just going to center it kind of right along the roof line. And I am going to foil, I'm going to foil one here on camera, but foil in gold and then gold mirror or metallic cardstock, whatever you want to call it, for the die cutting as well. And that's the same gold that I used throughout the rest of the card design. Ta-da! So fun! Okay, let's do the other one really quick and I'll foil that and we'll finish it off. So, I don't really need this anymore. Not tonight anyway. Let's see if my Glimmer machine is warmed up. Oh, I got to plug it in to a different outlet. I forgot. So it's unplugged. Oops. Let's try again. All right, we'll let that warm up. And I actually have a little bit of gold foil here that probably should work just fine. Oops. Oh, I've got so much glue. Who said earlier that they're always covered in glue after, was that Ashley? Was that you? After using spellbinders? Me too. So I'm going to have to let that warm up for just a second. Oh yeah, Lynn, I've only used that regular pen for today. I am going to, I already placed my order for replacements. Let's see. Going to take the Barely Plunge. I really like it. I really like it. I have used it for probably a couple years now, and I think it's fantastic. I suppose my Glimmer machine's going to take forever. Oh, stay tuned. If you were here for the surprise Friday Patreon live, I'm announcing the winner for this. It's already scheduled. It'll go out in the morning. So that's still here on my desk. Apparently I need to clean up from last Friday. Oh my goodness. You know what, Julie? I know that with the, let me move it up a little bit. With the Glimmer, it is a bit, oh good, it's already warmed up. There is a bit of a love-hate and can be a bit of a love-hate. These are pretty simple and it's very minimal Glimmer. So sometimes the bigger ones can be a little tricky. These little tiny sentiments are really fun. And I think this is a great, great set. I like the combination of foiling and then die cutting together. Where do you buy the pin replacement? Mrs. Darcy, I get them directly from Barely Glue Arts. I wish that other places carried them, but I just order directly from the company. I'll get a drink while I'm waiting for that to be ready to go. Donna, have you glimmered on acetate? No, I haven't. I do vellum quite a bit, and I love how it looks on vellum, but I have not. I should try that. That would be fun. That would be a fun live to do. All right, let me glimmer this. We'll foil it up. The other thing with foiling, don't run it back and forth. That does give you really inconsistent results. So it's just this little tiny greeting. And there we go. So I got out my machine for that. The things we do for crafting, right? All right, I'm going to move this. And we're going to take, oops, we're going to take our die And we're going to die cut it again so we can finish our second card. And we'll just die cut it really quick. I should mention I used hammer mill cardstock for foiling, which does give you the best results with foiling. Although I have pretty good luck on other cardstock too. It just depends. Hold on. I was confused with exactly where to purchase the greeting. I could not stay. If you're talking about the other one, it was I glimmered the die cut. I think that's probably the one. I hope that's what you were asking about. What vellum are you using? I tried to run some through an embossing folder and could not get a good. Sandy, I really like, I probably use Lawn Fawn's vellum 95% of the time. That's my personal favorite. I don't really know what the big difference is, but I do like it. Oh, Mrs. Darcy, I'm so glad that you like foiling. I do too. And since I got my new machine, I mean, it was kind of a bummer I had to get one, but I'm so glad. Now I'm kind of like, well, I'm glad that happened because my new machine works so much better. And there is our greeting. So let me grab a card base. Hi, Odin. Odin's just sitting here watching me saying, Mom, this is the time of the evening when we sit on the couch and snuggle. Where do you find all the time to do the creative things that you do? So card making, while very, very fun, is my job. So generally in the evening, that is when I do cross stitch. And then on the weekend is when I quilt. If I can. You know, sometimes it's more than others. Sometimes I try to sneak some other sewing things into the week. It just depends. But generally, because I've made cards all day or done something related to paper crafting most of the day, I like to sit and cross stitch in the evening. Oh my goodness, I love this. And there is our card. So I have two to give away to you guys. Oh yes, Sandy, thank you so much for joining, and give all of my love to your friend that you're helping. All right, let me switch back to me. Okay, and let's not have two of me either. That's no good. There we go. So when the live is over, make sure you leave a comment over on YouTube, because Patreon doesn't allow the giveaways and there's no way for me to use the random comment picker. So that's why I like to do it through YouTube. Leave a comment. Let me know that you would like a card. It's for, I know if you are international and you're watching the video later, you can absolutely comment. I will send the cards wherever you might be. So I will give you guys until Friday, and then the winner will be announced on Saturday. Or winners, because I'm going to send both of these out. I'm going to have to make another one because he's so cute. Oh. Beatrice, you might have to use the heat-resistant acetate. I will find out, and we will give that a try. Okay, everybody. Well, thanks for hanging with me while we were a little late getting started tonight, since someone made a little error in her settings. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. It was super fun. I love our Patreon chats every month. Stay tuned. Like I said, the winner will be announced tomorrow, and then also the August birthdays and any July belated birthdays, that will also be announced. So definitely stay tuned for that. Other than that, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Have a great week. And I will see you guys in the Friday Live or replay. And we'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.
The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.